So what do I sacrifice? Everything!
This is a scene from the show Andor. I want to see if I can learn something from it for our own fantasy franchise.
And what do you sacrifice?
Calm.
The fact that he walks up and he takes a pause, super crucial in order to build that tension. If he would have just started chatting, that wouldn't have been any good.
Kindness, kinship, love. I've given up all chance at inner peace. I made my mind a sunless space. I share my dreams with ghosts. I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago from which there's only one conclusion. I'm damned for what I do.
I love that it's all playing out in his mind. I think that's pretty cool. And it also ties in where the monologue is gonna go from here.
My anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight, they set me on a path from which there's no escape.
Okay, I think this is super key. The fact that he didn't reveals a choice, and a choice always reveals character. That is very powerful. Have these sorts of things either through choices during the narrative. You get a lot of depth, a lot of detail to these characters. You can get attached to them, you see where they're coming from. And the more time you spend with them, the more familiar you get, and the more familiar you get, the more you care.
I yearn to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost, and by the time I looked down, there was no longer any ground beneath my feet. What is my sacrifice? I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future. I burn my life to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see. Now, the ego that started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or the light of gratitude. So what do I sacrifice? Everything!
Nice. This is a character piece. He burns his decency for somebody else's future. I think that's gonna be super key for us. In Soul Atlas, the world that we are building, you have the concept of souls. When you taint your soul and you die, you might turn out to become a shadow soul or a umbral, which both of them are very unfavorable outcomes. So I think there's like a very interesting thematic space. Can't wait to explore.